Hello friends, welcome to our channel. It was a dark and rainy night. The clock showed 12:35 am. The railway station was almost empty, and only the sound of rain could be heard. A young girl named Kavya stood on the platform, waiting for her train. She looked tired after a long journey, but something about that night felt strange. Before reaching the station, her brother had warned her to be careful and avoid talking to strangers. Kavya didn't take it seriously, but she still felt a little uneasy. After a few minutes, a train slowly arrived at the platform. The lights were dim, and the rain made everything hard to see clearly. In a hurry, Kavya quickly got into one of the coaches without checking properly. As soon as she stepped inside, she felt a sudden chill. The air inside the coach was very cold, and everything was completely silent. A few passengers were sitting quietly, but no one was talking. Their faces looked dull and emotionless. Kavya found a seat and sat down, trying to relax. After some time, she felt thirsty. She checked her water bottle, but it was empty. So she got up and walked toward the washroom. When she turned on the tap, something very strange happened. For a moment, nothing came out. Then she felt like the water looked darker than usual. She got scared and quickly stepped back. When she looked again, everything seemed normal. Clear water was flowing, and there was nothing unusual. Confused, she returned to her seat. As she sat down, she noticed that her phone had no battery and there was no network signal. Suddenly, a ticket checker came and asked for her ticket. When Kavya looked at him, she felt uncomfortable. His face looked unusual, like it had marks or shadows, but she couldn't understand clearly. Before she could think more, she suddenly felt dizzy, and everything around her went blank. After a few seconds, Kavya opened her eyes again. She was sitting in the same seat. The train was still moving, and the rain was still falling outside. Everything looked exactly the same as before. She felt confused. It was as if time had gone back. She tried to calm herself, thinking maybe she was just tired. Just then, an old man sitting nearby asked her politely for some water. This time, her bottle was full. She hesitated but gave it to him. When he lifted his face, she felt a sudden fear. There was something unnatural about his appearance, something she couldn't explain. She quickly looked away. At that moment, she noticed that other passengers were staring at her silently. Their expressions felt strange, almost unnatural. Fear slowly started building inside her. Unable to control her fear, Kavya stood up and walked quickly toward the coach door. A man was standing there, looking outside. She tried to talk to him and explain what she was feeling, but he didn't respond. Instead, he suddenly jumped off the moving train. Kavya was shocked and scared. She didn't understand what was happening. Soon, the ticket checker appeared again. This time, he spoke in a calm voice and asked her to sit quietly. Kavya returned to her seat, but now she was sure something was not right. It didn't feel like a normal train journey anymore. It felt like she was stuck in something she couldn't escape. After some time, the truth slowly became clear. This was not an ordinary coach. Long ago, there had been an accident in this coach, and many people had lost their lives. Since then, strange stories had been connected to it. People believed that the coach sometimes appeared again, and anyone who entered it experienced something unusual. Kavya realized that she was trapped in a repeating situation. Every time she felt unconscious, everything started again from the beginning. The same silence, the same passengers, the same fear. It felt like a loop with no end. With courage, she decided to escape. She gathered all her strength and ran toward the door. Without thinking twice, she jumped out of the moving train. After that, everything became quiet. When Kavya opened her eyes, she was in a hospital. Her family was beside her, worried and emotional. The doctor said she had been unconscious for several days. Kavya tried to explain her experience, but it sounded unbelievable. Later, a nurse quietly told her that there had been a tragic incident in one of the train coaches many years ago, and people still talk about it in whispers. Even today, some say that on certain nights, that coach appears again. And those who enter it experience something they can never forget. Sometimes, not every journey is just a journey. Some become stories that stay with you forever. Like, share, and subscribe for more scary stories.